My name is Breana Bailey, and this is my final banquet presentation. So, from each semester, I was in different classes. So, in my first semester, from October to December, I was in Miss Holiday's class. We had 18 students. And on here, I highlight that there was 4 redheads in the class because she said that in her, I want to say it was like 3 to 4 years of teaching, she had never had that many redheads in one of her classes. So I was like, that's kind of a cool thing. And then second semester, I was with Miss Witten or Miss Castle. She got married like towards the end of the year on field day. And then technical difficulties.
Sorry.
It's okay. But then you'll see like pictures of all of them in my class. There was like 15 of them. Maybe.
Looks like it's trying.
There we go. Whoop, whoop. And this is from February to the other day in April. So this is Miss Holiday's classroom setup, and then this is pictures of in Miss Witten's classroom setup. So you'll see things in Miss Holiday's classroom like informational posters of things that they've gone through throughout the year, and I thought that was such an amazing thing. So I was like, I want to do that in my own classroom because it just gives the kids things to look at. So like we would reference these throughout the year, be like, okay, the comma llama, where would you put a comma at in this sentence? And then some of my roles in these classes were walking around and making sure the kids were on task, sitting and helping the kids who need some extra help. We had like 3 to 4 kids each class period that would need to come over to like one of the small group tables because she had the round tables. And whenever she would hand out assignments, I would go over and sit with them and like read it to them and make sure that they understood what they were doing. And then I would go over worksheets on the board and then occasionally grade things. So I just wanted to put this in here. So starting to get into a teacher's mindset, I think me and my dad were at Barnes & Noble's and he could not find me, and I had my phone on silent for like 20 minutes. And I was in the children's book section. He got a little mad at me, but it's okay. But I was in the children's book section just looking at all of the different types of children's books and which ones were good for students and which ones wouldn't be. And I loved these 2 specifically. And then there's another one called What to Do with an Idea, and I read that, and that was one of my books that I gave as a gift to my first set of students. So this is field day, and then in our portfolios this year we have to do something called Create Your Own Star. This is what I did. I had all of the kids dip their hands in paint and then put it on the stole. And then this is field day. This was my favorite day of this year, probably of all of it. I got to play this game. So I did not go with my class. I had a station at field day. We were playing something called Duck, Duck, Splash. So it was like Duck, Duck, Goose, but whenever you got Goose, you would get splashed on the head with water, and then they have to run around. It was so fun. And then whenever my original group of kids came around, I played with them. And my favorite memory from this day doesn't just come from this, it comes from after. Later that evening, me and my best friend went out to Ross, and I saw one of the kids out in public, and they were like, oh my goodness, Miss Bailey, like you got splashed today. I was like, I know I did. But yeah, and I got to kind of meet her mom, and it was such a cool time. And then I put this in here because we had been talking about Be Well all year, and I'd never been. And they were like, how have you never been? You bring Starbucks to school every day. I was like, I don't know. So we went and got Be Well, and then we came back. But yeah. Some things that we learned is we were learning how to play like kids again and the importance of play. And we learned how there's like 6 stages of play, but not every kid learns those stages in order. So certain kids may learn how to play with other kids before other kids do. And this is me and Kirsten. We played Twister before this. And then we were doing, I can't remember which type of play it was, but we had to play with our stuffed animals. And then we got to go outside and draw with chalk. And then this is Lydia, and then Kirsten outside. So that video is portraying something that we did in one of our classes. So not only through teaching did Dr. Lucas, because Dr. Lucas not only taught us different teaching mechanisms, or methods, but she also like showed us through her teaching. So she would give us different things like presentations, our portfolios that we have to do. We played, like the last picture shown, and then hands-on out-of-class activities, and then things like this where we would go in groups and we would learn our own things, and then we would present it to the class. And me and Evan were learning physical development and about how like everybody, even though we all form our own groups, we soon come together to create like this big thing. And then we went out of class activities like the library, child development center, walking around Pickens, exploring the history. We also learned how to make friends with unexpected people. These are just some pictures of some funny little things that we did. These are also from the turtles. But yeah. And then we were helping out in the community with old and new friends. This is one of the things that we did in Easley. Through this class, I figured out where I wanted to go to college because I knew I wanted to go to tech first, but I had no idea where I was going after that. I knew I wanted to teach, but I had no idea where I was going to go to get there, and I figured North Greenville because we went and saw the campus, and I was like, this is it. This is where I have to go. I love this place. So this is pictures from like one of the field trips that we went to. It was just so awesome. So some things that I figured out about myself through this is I definitely want to teach elementary school. I knew I've always wanted to teach. I just didn't know what. I didn't know what subject and I didn't know what grade, but I definitely want to do elementary school. I liked third graders better than fourth graders. I don't know if that's wrong for me to say, but I just loved the environment of like being with my third graders than I did my fourth graders. I love both of them, but I like third grade more. Through this class, I've developed my own personal beliefs for my teaching styles and my own children whenever I have them one day. And then what teacher I want to be like, different teaching tactics, and how to work under pressure, and that I do work well under pressure. Let's not talk about our portfolios that are due next week. But yeah, and then how to chug through hard times, but yeah.
Very good. I just want to tell, you turned it off. Sorry. Oh, no, it's okay.
I'd like to tell y'all what is in the bag. So they have a bag to carry with them, whether it's to the beach, to the lake, or for their college, or wherever they're going. And inside, of course, is one of our teacher cadet pens. But it's also a very hungry caterpillar and a color of a butterfly for them, and they're iron-on. You can iron them on the pocket or whatever. But the cord that they are each getting tonight is light blue. The meaning of that is education. So when you attend graduation at Clemson, you're gonna notice that all the faculty wears different color hoods, and that's really the sash that they carry around in the back. That determines the college that they attended and their majors. So you're gonna see lots of the light blue. It does not designate Pickens blue or Daniel blue. It really means for the college graduate in education. So that's why I felt like they needed to get a light blue cord for graduation.